You know, what does it actually mean to live a good life? I mean, really live well. Not stuck in memories of the past or worried about what the future holds, but to be completely, fully alive, right here in this very moment. It's a huge question, right? Well, today we're going to dive into a really profound answer, one that comes from an ancient teaching that shows us exactly how to do that. Now, you might look at this and think it's just some beautiful ancient poetry, and it is, but it's also so much more. Think of it as a precise instruction manual for finding real clarity and peace in your life. It's the heart of a teaching that promises something pretty incredible, the ability to make every single day, and yeah, every single night, auspicious. So let's unpack what that really means. Okay, so this whole teaching really boils down to one central idea. It's a concept with a Pali name that might sound a little complex at first, Buddhikaratta. But trust me, what it describes is actually beautifully simple, and it's all about a powerful way of being in the world. And look, we're not just talking about getting a good night's sleep here. An auspicious night is really a metaphor for a state of mind. It's a mind that's stable, that's peaceful, and profoundly clear. Free from all the chaos that usually keeps us up at night. It's the result of living in a very specific way. But to really get the solution, we've got to look at the problem first. So why aren't all our nights auspicious? What's stopping us? Well, this teaching points to a fundamental trap that our minds fall into over and over and over again. It's a trap that's woven from time itself, from this constant push and pull between yesterday and tomorrow. Think about it. Where is your mind really most of the time? If you're honest, it's probably not right here. Instead, our attention is constantly getting dragged in two different directions. We're either chasing the past, replaying conversations, holding on to old grudges, reliving glory days, or we're longing for the future, just building up fantasies or fears about what's coming next. We're basically living suspended between regret and anxiety. And the teaching gets super specific about how we get so stuck. It says we do it by taking delight in the past. We basically build our whole sense of who I am on this foundation of old memories. And this happens through what are called the 5 aggregates, which is just a way of saying the basic building blocks of our experience. So we look back and we tell ourselves these stories, right? Oh, that was the body I used to have, or that was the amazing joy I felt. That was the brilliant idea I came up with. That was the big decision I made, and that was my awareness back then. By wrapping our identity up in these past events, we literally chain ourselves to a reality that doesn't even exist anymore. And kind of scary, but we do the exact same thing with the future. We just project these same 5 building blocks forward. We daydream, one day I'll have this perfect body. I will feel this incredible happiness. I will finally get this recognition. We build these elaborate fantasies, creating this future version of me that we get attached to, which just creates this roller coaster of hope and anxiety. Okay, so if the trap is getting caught between the past and the future, how in the world do we get out? Well, the teaching points to a solution that's actually incredibly simple and kind of radical. Freedom is found in the only time that is ever actually real, right now. The key, the antidote to this whole time trap, is a practice called vipassana. It literally means insight, or to see clearly. And it's not about analyzing or judging or getting lost in stories about the present moment. It's about directly observing reality as it's happening. The sights, the sounds, the thoughts, the feelings, just watching them come and go without getting swept away. So this isn't just some vague idea. The verse actually lays it out like a roadmap. Step 1, you learn to see the present moment with this clear insight. When you can do that, you find that you become unshakable, imperturbable. Why? Because you're not being yanked around by the ghosts of yesterday or the dreams of tomorrow. And this isn't a one-time trick. It's a skill you have to cultivate, moment by moment by moment. And this is where it gets really serious. There's this incredible sense of urgency baked right into the teaching. It doesn't say, you should probably try this sometime. No, it says ajivakichama tapam, the work, the ardent effort has to be done today, not tomorrow, not next week, right now. So why the rush? Well, the text hits us with a question that's impossible to ignore. We all make plans for tomorrow like it's a sure thing, but the simple, honest truth is, we have no idea. This moment, right now, is the only field of action we can ever be certain we have. To put this work off is the biggest gamble you could possibly take. And the teaching uses this incredibly powerful metaphor for it. You can't negotiate with mortality. You can't ask for an extension. We have no truce with death and his great army. I mean, what a powerful image, right? And it isn't meant to be depressing. It's a wake-up call, a call to live fully and wisely in the only time we're guaranteed to have. Now, in the original story, this teaching and its whole explanation were actually first given by the disciple Ānanda. And after he finished speaking, the Buddha himself, who had been listening the whole time, stepped in to give his final verdict. And his response? It was so simple, but it carried so much weight. He just said, "Sadhu, sadhu. Well said, well said." He was confirming that Ānanda's explanation was absolutely perfect, that this is the path. I mean, you can't get a higher endorsement than that, right? It just seals the teaching's timeless importance. So this is it. This is the way of the one who has an auspicious night. You don't get lost chasing old memories. You don't waste energy building fantasies about tomorrow. Instead, you see this very moment with a sharp, penetrating clarity. You apply yourself with real effort, right now. This is how you live diligently, and how you find a deep, profound peace that actually lasts. So, in the end, all this ancient wisdom really comes down to a very personal, very immediate question for you. Your past is gone. It's just an echo. Your future isn't here yet. It's just a dream. This moment, right here, right now, this is the only thing that's real. The only question left is, what are you going to do with it?